The A1 printer by Bambu Lab. It's the big boy version of the smaller A1 Mini. But is it worth it? Oh yeah. This full-size 3D printer has been the perfect solution to all my tabletop needs. With the A1, I'm now able to print full-size terrain pieces that otherwise would not fit on the A1 Mini. Aside from terrain, this printer spits out miniatures perfectly with the 0.2mm nozzle, just like the A1 Mini. And when combined with the AMS light system, this A1 printer has multicolor print capabilities. Come with me in this video as I check out the Bambu Lab A1 printer and showcase what it offers for the tabletop hobby space. In this video, I'm going to focus on showing that the A1 printer can print everything you need to get started in the tabletop hobby. If you've seen my channel before, you know I print all my miniatures with the A1 Mini. This was my first 3D printer, so I was really excited to get my hands on the full-size A1 printer. The A1 really feels like the A1 Mini, but leveled up. Almost like I had a classic Pokemon evolution. The bed size is considerably larger than the Mini, which is going to be super useful for fitting large print projects like terrain. Setup was easy, but did take longer than the Mini due to having to install the Z-axis frame. Just like the Mini, it was plug and play. We also have the AMS light hooked up to the A1. This gives us the ability to print up to 4 colors. The printer will swap out and purge filament colors as needed in order to print accordingly. But more on that later in this video. Now that we got the yada yada out of the way, let's check out some terrain. Alright, for today's terrain, I'm printing files I found through MakerWorld. MakerWorld is Bambu Lab's file resource website, where you can find all sorts of cool print projects and files. All the terrain you'll see in this video are from the MakerWorld account Wargame Terrain Print. I'm a big fan of Wargame Terrain Print, so go check out their terrain. They have tons of grimdark and fantasy-themed terrain sets. The terrain sets I'll be printing today feature 2-story ruined buildings that are perfect for 40k and kill team matches. We'll be printing each building in 2 parts, and we'll be magnetizing the parts together. And what makes this terrain set even more special is it can all be printed supportless. That's right, 0 supports are needed for these. Even the ruins with the big old cantilever beams, it will print with no supports. Magic. The A1 comes equipped with the default 0.4mm nozzle, and that's what we're using to print this terrain. We're also rocking the 0.12 fine print profile from the Bambu slicer. For both sets of terrain, we have a total print time of 1 day and 23 hours, split up over 5 print plates. This printing used up 499 grams of filament, at a total material cost of $8.48. Now that we have our pieces all printed, we're ready to glue in our magnets. This is going to help our upper and lower parts snap together with ease. Now, let's take a look at our terrain. We've got some perfect vantage points with the second floors, and the ornamental walls help give a grim dark feel to the tabletop. At a rough cost of $4 for each terrain set, that's a great deal when it comes to filling out your table. Now, I know what you think.
Propane, of course this printer can make terrain. It's big, but can it make miniatures?
Of course it can print miniatures. Now, when I print miniatures, I like to use this file as my benchmark. It's a dwarf rifleman, designed by Bright Minis. Bright Minis designs miniatures with FDM printers in mind, and majority of their designs are printed supportless. All the miniatures I'll be printing this video are by Bright Minis, and you can check out some of their free uploads on MakerWorld. I highly recommend their models for both beginners and experienced users alike. I'll be printing this dwarf rifleman on the A1 with a 0.2mm nozzle. Just like the A1 Mini, the A1 offers fast and easy nozzle swapping. That way I can switch between terrain and miniature printing with ease. I'm going to be printing this little dude with the Fat Dragon Games print profile at a 0.08mm layer height. Check out one of my previous videos where I go over these settings. Once we get the print process started, we just have to wait a little over an hour. And now we have Gimli with a GAT. This model took 70 minutes to print and has a material cost of 4 cents. Let's compare it to the A1 Mini's print. Both models are looking good, and I feel confident the full-size A1 printer makes miniatures at the same caliber as the A1 Mini. Now, let's check out some premium models by Bright Minis. Here, I've got a Dwarf Lord. After loading it up, we see we have a print time of 1 hour and 40 minutes, with the material cost of 5 cents. Once printed, we can also do a side-by-side comparison with an A1 Mini printed model. Just like the previous Dwarf, these 2 prints are extremely similar, and both capture small flowing details on the dwarf. Now the regular old minis are done, let's print up a big miniature. Let's load up our Storm Giant. And we can see this model is tall. He's a big old friendly giant. Well, maybe not that friendly. So let's get him printed. We're looking at a total print time of 9.5 hours, with the material cost of 40 cents. This was definitely one of those overnight prints, but it was well worth it. Our storm giant is looking big, burly, and ready to throw some lightning bolts. So now that I've shown you the capabilities of the A1 when it comes to printing terrain and miniatures, let's go over a couple of key points here. Even though the A1 printer is the full-size version to the A1 Mini, it's still a perfect entry-level printer. And when paired with the AMS Lite system, it really opens the door to all possibilities when it comes to easy printing. And that's what I love about these Bambu lab printers, just how easy they are. I'm a tabletop hobby guy first, and a 3D printer second. So I feel like a plug-and-play printer just gives me way more time for painting minis and playing Warhammer. The A1's key features like auto bed leveling and flow calibration helps give you more successful prints with little troubleshooting. And ultimately, that's what sold me on this brand of printers about a year ago. It's all about plug, print, and play. With the plate size sitting at 256 millimeters, it's a definite upgrade from the A1 Mini, which has a plate size of 180. That's almost a 50% increase in plate size, which gives me the opportunity to start printing big terrain or even cosplay props. Sky's the limit, or 256 millimeters is the limit, but you get it. If you're interested in purchasing the A1, why not use my Bambu affiliate link down below? Full disclosure, a small portion of every purchase will help fund this channel, so be sure to click that link. No worries if you don't, it's still cool to me.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
Now that the terrain and miniatures are all done, we're starting to fill up our tabletop here. But now, we just need a couple of miscellaneous items to really help us with wargaming. So let's take a look and see what we can print. One of the main items I'll be printing here are condition tokens. After searching around on MakerWorld, I found some tokens that denote buffs and blunders that may be occurring on the tabletop. This helps keep track of what units have what abilities going on. And with the AMS Lite, we can print these in multicolor with ease, which is really useful for making these stand out and to have easy to read text. Also, I'll be able to change the colors on these, so I can clearly have tokens that are for each battling army. Printing at a 0.12 fine print profile, these tokens take an average of about 20-ish minutes each, with an average material cost of 8 cents per token. These tokens are going to be a game changer when it comes to playing 40k. Also, I just love the look they give on the tabletop, like I actually know what I'm doing. Another useful item I found on MakerWorld were these wound markers for 12mm dice. These simple little markers are perfect for noting how much health certain models may have left, and it helps at decluttering the tabletop by keeping the dice visually separate. That's why I decided on red for these markers, to make them really stand out. Using a 0.2 layer height, these markers take no time at all to print, with an average print time of 5 minutes per marker and an average material cost of 2 cents per marker. With these tokens and markers, wargaming just got a little easier. I can't wait to start a match of 40k with my friends using these items. I'm sure it'll help speed things up with all the visual aids. And technically, with this printer, you could print everything you need for the tabletop. Do you need some quick, cheap dice? You can print them. Don't have a ruler? Print one. You don't have a table? Well, I guess you could print one. Either way, this A1 printer so far has solved all my tabletop needs. I can't wait to get more terrain, miniatures, and tokens printed up for even more games. Now, another miscellaneous item I wanted to showcase really has nothing to do with tabletop gaming, but more to do with a table surface. I decided to print up a coaster for my tabletop, and using the AMS Lite, I'm able to get a cool multicolored design. And of course, Propane went with the Atlanta Falcons as our coaster design. That's an American football team, by the way, for all my Euro viewers. With just 3 colors being used, this little print project perfectly showcases what the AMS function is capable of. The coaster will take roughly 1 hour and 20 minutes to print with a material cost of 55 cents. With the coaster done, I'm hyped. This is exactly what I was looking for, and now it makes me want to print even more Falcon swag. May even print up a Blood Bowl team themed after my Falcons. With the AMS Lite, the sky really is the limit. Overall, the Bambu Lab A1 has been perfect for providing me with everything I need for the tabletop. From miniatures to terrain, this printer makes everything I need for wargaming and for cheap. The AMS Lite is also a huge help when creating multicolored prints, especially for condition tokens. Be sure to use my Bambu affiliate link if you're interested in purchasing the A1 printer. Be sure to check out some of my recent videos. And if you made it to this part of the video, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Be sure to join our Discord, and as always, thanks for watching.